I like how they tell you like the player's interest in resigning. I think that's dope too. That's cool. You get to see who really want to stay on the team and shit. That way you ain't wasting money. Uh, should I run Miami's offense? I'll try their offense. I think I could run any offense though.
It's week 5 of the National Football League, and this one features Josh Jacobs. He was steady for him on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score.
He's about to go off again.
Raiders and the Packers on Monday night.
I'm mad I lost to the fucking Chargers. It's all good though. I'm gonna see them again.
Now
I'll get my lick back.
Super Bowl 58 come February. There's a good look inside Allegiant Stadium just off the 15 here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to
trying to go like on a home winning streak. Nobody beat us at home.
Taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
I lost to the Chargers in LA. But when you come to LV, you taking the L.
And Charles, we look at the Raiders
straight up.
Play. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. On the return, Trey Tucker. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Raiders offense heading out with their new man under center for 2023, the former Patriot, former 49er, Jimmy Garoppolo.
I'm just waiting till the draft, man. Get my own quarterback. That's what it is right now. Just got to play with who I got.
The 49ers with 7 wins and throwing 4 times as many touchdowns as interceptions. Then the injury bug bit again. But Las Vegas, they're counting on him being able to do the exact. On San Francisco, but avoiding injury while doing so.
Josh Jacobs. Ooh, Josh Jacobs.
They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 23 carries, 115 yards, and a touchdown.
How about the first month of the season for him? He leads the league in rushing, so you know his confidence is at an all-time high, which means his offensive line loves it too. They'll get more opportunities to run block for him.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
And him running the
ball is something
the defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Garoppolo.
DA against his old team. Let's go. About to go off too. I got Julio Jones. I'm about to get him involved.
Here's 1st and 10.
Later on.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo.
All right.
The Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
You look at this Packers defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they are facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means it's going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
37 yards on the punt with no return, and it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. So here are the new look Packers set to go to work, and at the helm here in 2023, a lot of eyes on this man in his 4th NFL season, Jordan Love.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. A guy coming off a career high in rushing yards last year. Here's Aaron Jones. And this will be a Packers 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42. Keep on the ground with Jones. And shedding through the tackle.
Wow.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this
Good tackle.
They want to run
Spillane.
They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. That's caught by the rookie Jaden Reed. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Love looking to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones.
Yeah, he's just moving down the field.
20 before he's brought down. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They will throw again here with Jordan Love.
There we go. Got to put pressure. I got to run nickel. Man's not working. Diablo.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Got to pin our ears back.
Throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get nothing out of that one.
3rd and 20.
So stop for no gain. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Here's Love.
Diablo.
And he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Ooh, blocked it. Let's go. Let's go.
There's a risk on those longer kicks. You have to drive it low to get it there
Yeah, we have
because it's a
no
long
points.
field goal attempt. It's still difficult to get hands on the football and create a block. Big-time excitement for that unit, getting through and knocking that one away.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Josh Jacobs, dude.
On the ground with Jacobs.
They'll get this up to the 40.
Get out the way. Josh Jacobs is at your services today. We finna play.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Ah.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Garoppolo. And this one's incomplete.
Garoppolo can't make the throw. I can't play with Garoppolo. He's just... the man can't make no throws.
Putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback.
He'll let this go for Adams.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Big play there for Vegas.
And even 50 yards.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
Yeah, get mad. It's all good because we about to score.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one.
I was trying to throw the ball away.
Trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Devontae Wyatt
Able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3.
I don't do too much. We in field goal range.
16. They'll run right here with Jacobs.
Take what I could get. We in field goal range. I ain't going to do no dumb shit and throw a pick. There's no reason to.
The run on 3rd and long, so I guess waving the white flag a little bit.
Yeah, and I think sometimes teams are so committed to running the football that they'll take a chance, even in a long yardage situation, to let them know on the other side, this is what we're
Got the best kicker in the game, so it's not a big deal.
If you're thinking along with them, hey, they might be committed to
That Devontae catch was huge, though. It put us in position. I'm going to get a touchdown on the next drive.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive.
And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on.
There he goes.
Wow.
Still going. Inside the 20.
Damn.
Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
And
off for the field goal last time. Let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive
Oh, Josh got hurt.
the extra point. That's it.
A stoppage here following the play, and it looks like Josh Jacobs was shaken up and in need of some assistance. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Raiders at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
And last week they took one on the chin, but to me, this is a pretty resilient bunch. So I don't think they'll dwell too much on that loss. And they'll be looking to come out in this one and make amends right now.
Out of the shotgun, here's O'Connell. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, O'Connell. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Green Bay returning on offense, led by running back Aaron Jones. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5. Here's a 2nd and 5. Love. Caught on the right side, Reed. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st down created there by Jaden Reed, who adds a lot to the Packers receiver room. Even as a rookie, he's able to handle X, Y, Z, whatever position Green Bay puts him.
Man, the 23 was in position. He could have picked it.
The best of defenders.
Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Going back to Love. And the Raiders have got him. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Abdullah to return. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for them.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. He's got Hooper on the short connection. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll run here. Abdullah. And he will handle first down as they get into the ground at the 37. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 54 yards away. And that one's not going to get enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And that will keep this a 4-point game.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for him, all things considered. And this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal in the late going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And from this spot in the field with the clock. Double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Shit, I got to muster up some offense. Shit.
Here in a low-scoring game, 7-3 is our score. As we are off to
knock Josh Jacobs out the game.
Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Bijan Robinson, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow, a touchdown pass in the victory. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington Commanders at home at FedEx Field. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Chicago Bears. Jacoby Brissett, a touchdown pass in the victory. In that first half, it was the veteran Aaron Jones who had it going. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium and Brandon Guy.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. So here are the Packers now to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
A short throw to Musgrave. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And nothing but green grass.
Come on, tackle him. Damn.
And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 29-yard line. 136 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Now a first down carry by Jones. Had a nice move but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. Now 3rd down and 7. Throwing. Love. Throwing quickly there, but
Fourth down.
incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's fourth. So
I gotta get a touchdown.
Is Carlson for the Packer field goal. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier, and his kick here is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
Tucker now to return it. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want.
Another running back I got. Was in real wide in there.
Establish a rhythm in the second half and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, they'll run.
Ooh! Ooh! Oh, I spit too much. Ah.
45 before being tackled. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
We got some momentum now a little bit.
First down throw, O'Connell. And that's complete to Adams. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ooh.
And he'll be brought down.
First down.
Looks like right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now O'Connell.
Damn, I miss Adams. He was open.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not.
I don't got the quarterback to make the throw.
Another throw on second down, and this one.
Yeah, I got to work with what I got. Shit.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They'll go for it. O'Connell.
Oh, come on. Get open, Devontae. Damn.
And they turn it over.
Got to get open.
The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail.
Like nobody can get open, man.
Comes up with a big stop. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. To throw now. Here's Love. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Vegas.
We need to get a turnover. That's what we need right now.
2 for 5 to this point.
Offense is fucking struggling. Can't do nothing. Defense is balling out.
Pressure, they got him again.
Divine Diablo.
For the 5th time this game, multiple defenders there to get him. On now is the Packers punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
It's a short punt, though. We in short field. That's good.
And taken at the 46. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here with White. He's got it to the 43 here.
Keep it going. Keep it
and
going.
They're going to speed things up here. They stay on the ground with White. Shrugs him off.
Woo!
And brought down.
Let's go.
To get it to their 30.
And Cole Miller got hurt.
Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get out. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run straight ahead here with White. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back.
Mayer. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. It's not over.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The design that we're seeing right there, this is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield, and when they see openings, take their shots.
Well, man, I'm always going to find a way, man.
Decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first. They need to
as
they come up on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Again, this is
that's face mask. Yep. For sure.
Stop for a loss.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty.
Let's go.
And he is in. Touchdown.
Let's go. If it ain't no way, I'm going to make a way. Let's go. Hey, 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 hey. Let's go.
Tying this game here in the 4th.
Thinking about going for 2.
Set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a
I'll kick the extra point. It's crucial because I may not get it. I got to think logical.
But I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget
Tied up.
The extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. What a way to wrap up the week in the NFL. All tied on this Monday night as the kick is away. Nixon elects not
Come on,
to
defense. I just need one stop. Come on. Just one stop.
Offense ready to go again. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
Got him, coach. Lane.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Pass protection
Bringing the noise.
all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Love.
Safety. Let's go. Let's go.
That'll be a safety. Well, I don't know if careless is the right word there, but bottom line, here in the 4th quarter tie game, you can't do that.
You sure can, Brandon, and not only do you give up the lead, now you've got to turn around, punt it away from your own 20
Oh, he fell.
well.
He had space, too.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
Keep pounding the rock. They can't stop it. Burn the drove. Burn the drove. Burn the drove.
Right within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
They keep it on the ground. White again. Nowhere to go.
3rd and 7.
He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
I called the wrong fucking play.
Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Now they'll audible to something else. Here's O'Connell looking to throw it.
1st down.
Adams. He's got it.
4th inches.
And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
We ain't punting
It's
it.
the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion.
No!
You count on your D to make it stand up.
And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail.
Should have called timeout. Someone told me to call timeout too.
In excellent field position. Jordan Love ready on 1st down here.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there? The leg's still there? This has been a tough game.
He dropped it.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Well, the black hole and everyone in Vegas on their feet. Here's 3rd down now.
On 3rd down, Love.
Got him. Oh, he broke it. No. Pick. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
He didn't get that. Hell no. Let's go. Let's go.
Might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good.
Man, this is an instant classic, boy. This is an instant classic right here.
At the 50-yard line.
But I got to win in the end.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And now right out of the 2-minute break.
Timeout.
We'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
I like to run those crossing routes. Just to be time to do it right here. G.O.D.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
Thinking about running it.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Throw out left, caught by
Mayer.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect.
Jameer White, chop his work. Turn up. Yeah, burn it. Burn it. Let's go.
Burn one there after giving up the first down. Opting to run again here with White.
We burn the clock. We burn the clock. It don't matter.
Short gain of 2.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just floated from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll go up the middle with White. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to
down.
Quick throw out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers.
Hey, let's go.
Slam or something like that.
A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. His longest run of the game right there, and a pretty good time for it. A huge 3rd down.
Y'all always run wide sticks. Anybody that play Madden, you on the goal line, run wide sticks. It's a cheat code play. I'm telling y'all. This is just touchdown. Touchdown.
Oh, a heck of an effort
Go.
there as he'll make the diving catch. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Obviously, Charles, such an important, well-executed touchdown, and that caps off what has been a strong second half. Remember, they trailed at halftime.
And how about the response? That's the type of thing that every team talks about before a season begins. Don't worry about the scoreboard at the half. Let's play strong in the second and come out and take the fight to our opponent. They did exactly that, and now they have the lead to show for it.
Oh, y'all got a block. Don't matter. We got the game, though. I was just trying to get a more comfortable lead. We're good. We are good. My defense has been holding it down all game.
And puts the onus now on the kickoff team and the defense to make sure they don't give up a big play that puts them in position to lose.
Especially on this kickoff. Got to be careful.
But I say I always win in the end. Let's go.
Probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's Love and the Packers.
They'll have to go for 2. Even they did score.
Seconds to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's Love.
Diablo been on that edge all game. Crosby's been kind of quiet. It's been Diablo's game, though. He's been getting off.
Love.
Throw it out of bounds. That's your safest bet. No fly zone. He got 62 yards passing. And a pick.
Facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Now Love.
Chandler Jones. Got him, coach. Got him, coach.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter.
Yeah, we're going to have the ball in great field position, too.
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
Julio.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Julio.
This is caught, and that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Yes, sir.
A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. One last shot now for Love. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
Aiden O'Connell was 64.2%,
So
160 yards with 2 touchdowns.
They boost their record up to a strong 4-1.
I was mad when Aaron Jones had that touchdown, though, but it was all good. Always figure it out. Always. That was a good game. Wasn't my best effort, but wasn't my worst. Shit, we won the game. That's all that matters. Josh Jacobs still leading the league in rushing. Cooper Kupp leading the league in receiving yards. Stephon Diggs right behind him, though. As Crosby got the most sacks. Him and Jeffrey Simmons is tied for 6, though. Oh, Brian Burns got 6 as well. Like, I'm only trying to re-sign the players that actually want to be here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna keep none of these guys like that. I'll keep David Long. That's Michigan right there. I'll keep him. For sure. He's solid. He just gotta just get more development. Trying to get some free agents too. I ain't trying to spend all the cap money. Cause I'm gonna just get a lot. I'm gonna just do the draft. I'm getting all new players anyway, so I'm just trying to keep all the main guys. You got the Patriots. Yes, I hate them. Price is coming. Your wide receiver wants to discuss his lack of production. Okay. I'll get more involved. I got you, Myers. Who could I trade though? Body to trade. Yeah, these are jerseys I made. These really the home.
It's week 6 of the National Football League, and everyone's watching Ramondre Stevenson. He was steady for him on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Patriots and the Raiders next on Madden.
Sorry, no O'Connell. He's better than Garoppolo right now.
So even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas
Stick with
Strip and
him
all
for the
the
rest of the
action
season.
here,
Whatever
this
happens,
is one of
happens.
the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
And he'll be stopped right around where
I like that you could break more tackles too.
Maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
You could bounce off the
So
tackle
here comes the
more
Raiders
realistic.
offense now onto the field. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
The drive starts with a run by White. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Where the hell is Josh Jacobs at? Turtle out for game. Renfro's out for the game. Broken finger. When did that happen? Practice?
Defense. They enter this one number 13, Charles, in the NFL in stopping the run.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about
offensive line's not the
best?
best.
Loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Good catch, Julio.
Man complete over the middle. That's Jones. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Man, O'Connell can make those throws that need to be made.
Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah.
Good run, Amir.
Strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They go with Abdullah again.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. The Raiders in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A second down run for Abdullah. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Here's O'Connell. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, you got to catch it.
Is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing. O'Connell forced out to his left.
Oh.
It's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Juwan Bentley. And the Pats are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Confidence builder for them and an absolute shock.
I waited too long to throw it to Mary. He was open. I just waited too long.
He watched him on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Now a man who played at Centennial High here in Las Vegas, Ramondre Stevenson. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Now the rushing numbers for Stevenson from last week. 16 carries, a touchdown to go along with 124 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Throwing, Jones. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And Parker's going to pick up a Patriots first down as he'll get this to the 23-yard line. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now Jones. Now a short one to Gesicki.
Tackled
at the 23 after a gain of 3. You look at this Raiders defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
The best defenses I know, they draw lines in the sand and say you're not going to cross that. For most of them, it's 100 yards of total offense. They didn't quite accomplish that, but still a pretty darn good game last week. Just over 100 yards of total offense given up.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll try the left side with Stevenson. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the...
Got him, coach. Divine Diablo.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
The pocket's collapsing on him. Throw it away. Let's go.
That is incomplete.
That's Crosby.
Pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense How do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Back to throw. O'Connell.
He'll buy some time right.
That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
To throw here, O'Connell.
Looking left side,
go.
he's got a man.
Julio.
Jones. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down. The game needs stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Oh, the defense right there to stop him. Did he get the yard he needed? He did.
Second quarter from Vegas. The home-standing Raiders with a football here. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Jadon got hurt.
Because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Second and 10.
Up the middle, Abdullah.
Abdullah's a guy right now.
Down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Again, it's Abdullah. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and...
Where's Zamir White? Put him in there.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And O'Connell now to throw.
Julio still got that speed. Let's go.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Raiders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier this 1st half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes...
Oh, good. You know I'm going to bounce back.
You're taking right out
I got to get Jacoby involved, though.
Mentally, you check out a little bit.
I promised him 100 yards.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive.
And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
That is stretch out only about a yard up to the 32.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. You give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson.
Ain't going nowhere.
Chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage.
You want to keep him in them second and long situations.
The running lanes
That's what we need right here.
For him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Jones throw into the hands of Henry here. And they're going to get this up to midfield. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he dropped it. Marcus Peters. Put that seatbelt on, baby. Put that seatbelt on. Let's go. Lock him up.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Amir Abdullah gearing up now to lead this offense. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And this is going to double their
right tackle.
They're able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
Now it's O'Connell.
Video.
Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Throwing on first down, O'Connell. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's O'Connell. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The catch and run.
I care about you, Jacoby. Trust me, we need you.
Come up on a 1st and 10. It's Myers again with another catch. And he's out.
This is OT.
Almost gets to the 10. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 2nd down. Here's O'Connell.
Ooh, good tackle.
Myers may be one of the most unsung wide receiver ones of the last 2 seasons, with over 800 yards of steady production both years. The Raiders add him to a loaded receiver room, and they'll rely on him to move the chains as he did in New England.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now O'Connell.
Ooh, oh.
but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half.
Lair, you gotta catch it, bruh. Don't be doing that.
He should have caught that one.
And he knows
He
that.
sure should have.
One right in his breadbasket and one
Luckily, it wasn't picked though.
White.
He wants the ball. I'm trying to give him the ball. Come on, man. Don't be doing all of that, bro. You was wide open too. You didn't even have to dive for the ball.
Of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go and half.
So,
It's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Jacoby Myers as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders go coast to coast and finish the drive.
just because I hate the Patriots, I'm going for 2.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us
Wow, you got to catch it, though, Jacoby.
They got that accomplished.
Why are you diving? You didn't have to dive. You open.
Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just
Don't matter. They're not going to score.
And every receiver's coach everywhere seeing that play. Focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play.
Devon Diablo, he's everywhere.
Find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Back to the nickel. We're having success with it. Halftime.
So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Patrick Mahomes, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten.
He's 6-0.
From there, let's head off and check out
We
a
ain't played
second
him yet.
game. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Cooper Kupp with a touchdown catch from Matthew Stafford. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. A.J. Brown, a touchdown catch from Jalen Hurts.
Put Amir Abdullah back into. I'm just trying to have him and Zamir White just split time.
Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium in Brandon God.
Take away the run game. They can't run the ball without him.
All right, Coach, thank you. And we
New
welcome
England
everyone
can't throw the
back
ball on
for
us. They're going to have to run it. We can take away that run game, though. Make them
the
throw it.
Patriots trailing here, but
You
they
got to
will
get some
have the
interceptions.
football
We ain't got
first
none
as the
yet.
third quarter is underway. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Well, the Patriots going to take over here to start quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback.
Good tackle, Peters.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third
They're going to
down.
run it. Oh, they're
Back
throwing
to
it.
throw. Jones working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Patriots first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Stevenson.
John Diablo again.
47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. From the gun, it's Stevenson. And a good push defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. On the counter, it's Stevenson. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now Jones on third down.
You throw it out of bounds.
And this is going to be incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th. And his kick is
barely made it.
It's good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them.
Oh,
good-looking return set up here.
What's
and
up?
He takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they're on the heels of that nice win last week over the Packers. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. Oh, good move. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 9 yards is the...
Let Miradula back in.
Have a 2nd and 1. But give up the gun to Abdullah. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down.
Hole,
now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Third down and 1. Here's O'Connell looking to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Dude, the top, he got 83 yards rushing.
On the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Play action. Now O'Connell. They'll roll him out right. Completing it to the right side. Johnson.
Something's better than nothing.
Just inside the 25-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And out of bounds, all the way down at the 3. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Gotta get Devontae a touchdown. I got to.
Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Again, it's Abdullah.
Touchdown.
He's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Amir Abdullah, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2.
See how many yards Kobe Myers got? He has 77 yards. Julio has 47. Adam has 19. Yeah, he's going to get going. I'm just trying to get everybody involved.
It's in practice now, something they never really did before.
Once I get
Jones in the pads now with a first and 10 at their own 37. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. A quick throw there is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw again on second down. Jones. And down
got him, coach. Max Crosby.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they can.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Robert Spillane.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Even keeping the
they're not going for it.
Protection on 3rd down. They still couldn't prevent the sack.
They are.
Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
O'Connell on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. It's incomplete. Shot couldn't connect.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Raiders on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Throwing. O'Connell. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They try the right side with Abdullah. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and
pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Kyle Duggar drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
They'll go for it. O'Connell.
Oh, my God.
On the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And the Patriots are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the 6th sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And his throw here's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Jones.
Oh, give me the ball back.
Complete as well. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at.
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
He finds his man Johnson. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. That is caught. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. As he gets a little more than he needed. 4 yards to pick up there on 4th and 2. Now a give. This is Abdullah. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. This is 2nd and 8. Back to throw. O'Connell escaping the pressure right. He goes underneath to Abdullah. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And O'Connell now to throw. Complete to Jones. And he is going to have the Raiders first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down.
Back to the ground now. Here's Abdullah.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. An even 100 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Out of the shotgun, here's O'Connell.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
The first throw here for the backup Garoppolo. On the run, he'll let this go deep right.
Garoppolo's in the game. I didn't know he was in the game.
And it falls down incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Come on, Hobbs, get the pick.
Incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing Jones.
That is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Come on, Hobbs. That's 3 times you could have got a pick.
Down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game,
Well, if he had 93 yards, almost had it. We would have had one more chance.
That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there.
We do. Right behind the Chiefs. We don't play the Chiefs till later on. Davis' next small school sensation, curiosity, and skepticism continue to surround running back Isaiah Davis, whose outstanding play cannot be ignored, nor cannot drop off in talent to each week. Faces each week. Yeah, Carl's it was offensive player of the week. Yeah, dude had 100 yards, 1 touchdown. He got off.